What's up, everybody? What's up, Jordan? Welcome, Jordan. You're here, ready and waiting. Oh, there I am. Welcome, everybody, as we watch finally the DC Elseworlds event. I'm so excited right now. Right here by the Christmas tree, and I'm gonna flip the camera around. I thought the camera was faced the other way. Here we go. Divorce, bankruptcy, multiple repossessions, bad credit, no credit. Even if you are upside down in your car loan, it's all okay. We work with all credit situations. My credit was so bad. Go ahead. I didn't think I could ever get a car. Get the stereo on here. My car got repossessed. When I got divorced, my credit was a mess. If you have $45 and a job, you could be driving away today. Don't let your past credit challenges stand in your way. Sign and Drive for 45 is going on right now, and you won't want
Welcome as we get ready to watch the Flash episode of the DC Elseworlds crossover. And we've been excited about this. We've been excited about this, and we are ready. I don't know if you're ready, but I am ready for this. I am ready to see what they do. There's some exciting stuff happening here. Superman, Lois Lane are in this. We've got a crossover between Barry is Arrow, and Arrow is the Flash.
I see you, speechless, staring at your TV, thinking, maybe.
We got John Wesley Shipp as the 90s version of the Flash. Monitor's in this. Man, there's all kinds of Easter eggs. We're going to end up seeing the Smallville set of the Kent farm. And here we go. Go ahead and turn it up.
A tiny bit so if the thing pops off, it can still hear it. I'm the fastest man alive. I know outside world, so it pops off, it can still... Secretly, with the help of my friends at Star Labs, I fight crime and fight other men like me.
That was a good episode.
When my daughter came back from the future to help, she changed the present. And now our world is more dangerous than ever. And I'm the only one fast enough to save it. I am the Flash.
Yourself, and now all of you will perish.
My name is Dr. John Deegan, and I, like most of you, I'm a psychiatrist. Do you know what my patients tell me the most? They feel inferior. I'm here to tell you, whether we admit it or not, some people are just born lucky. Which leads us to the real problem, imperfection. How can we ever hope to feel like supermen or superwomen without first becoming super ourselves? I'm here to tell you how, folks. If we utilize eugenic insights, I feel...
Hey, Frankenstein, go back to your mad scientist lab.
Ma'am, please, would you wait, please? Folks, please listen. I'm just saying, we can truly help our patients. Listen to me!
Dr. John Deegan. I need your help, John.
Go find someone else to prank, douchebag. My God, what are you?
Something beyond your comprehension. I've traveled far to this place in time to lay this precious burden at your feet. Use this book to reshape the world as you see fit. Show them what a real God can do, John.
Why me?
You had a vision. That book holds the key to your transformation, John. All you have to do is open it. Use it wisely, John. The universe is in your hands.
I can see everything.
A word of advice.
It'll get cold.
That comforter looks comfy.
She makes perfect pancakes. Oh, that's so superimposed and cut out.
Morning.
It's great.
Babe, they're perfect this time.
What if Barry wants? What if the kid seen that? Where's Barry?
Did you get enough sleep last night? Look, babe, I know that we haven't caught cicada, but Caitlin's immunity can help us.
Who's Cicada?
Our big bad? Barry, are you okay?
I'm Barry.
What is wrong? Honey, talk to me.
I did not get enough sleep.
Are you sure it's not my cooking? Because
No. You smell delicious.
thank you. You know what? I think that you call Captain Singh and you ask for a day off. Look, with all the superheroing you've been doing, I think you've earned it, honey.
Maybe I should go into Star Labs. What?
Only my husband would think working on Speed Force equations would be called a day off. I love you, Barry Helen.
I love you. Iris West.
Break in Ivo Labs. Cisco's on comms. I'll meet you guys at Star Labs.
It's a rush.
Sorry, I polished it last night and left it on the dresser.
Nice.
Oh, Barry. What have you done this time?
Barry, we got a break-in at Ivo Labs. 2 armed men going after diamonds. The ones they use for conductors. Hey, pump the brakes. You're gonna have to hang a Yui because you passed Ivo by about 18 blocks. Almost excited to get to work.
It is too early for this.
Forget it, Flash. Even with the diamonds if this guy dies. I said, back off!
Hey, what are you doing there? Just hit the guy with a lightning punch.
You have failed this city!
Pretty sure that's not your line.
Your adrenaline levels are off the
What's going on?
get some.
So he's fine, Caitlin? Oh, God, thank goodness.
Really? There are no anomalies. I don't have a brain tumor, nothing?
Barry, you're in perfect shape. Hey, tell me about it. I mean, hi, these abs. They're all mine.
Maybe we could lay off the public displays of affection just to work, you know?
Since when? You were saying that touch is your love language.
Yeah, that's right, Beth.
I feel like we're being very insensitive to all of you.
Oh, man, we've talked about this. I'm over Gypsy, okay? But I appreciate the fun. I'll be all right.
I'm gonna go home. You guys need to think.
What are you guys doing?
Following you into the hallway.
Because something is definitely up.
You need to talk about it.
Yeah, Barry. You haven't seemed like yourself all morning.
I'm fine. You just think that maybe I should go in and talk with someone who might better understand what I'm going through? I'm gonna go see Oliver Queen. I'll be back.
Hey, what are you doing here? I'm kicking your butt. Now get up. Come on.
Did you redecorate the bunker?
Oliver, you've been the artist a million times.
Oliver. I'm Oliver Queen.
Yeah, I'll say.
I'm the Green Arrow. Holy crap.
All right, turn it down. Turn it down.
When we were dating,
Hey,
we
everybody.
used to get excited about things like concert tickets or a new snowboard.
What is up, everyone? Turn down all the way. Okay, so welcome to everyone. It is so good to have each and every one of you with us. So I know I end up having to explain this every time we do this live episode. Those of you who have been around for a while, you already know this. So we used to do a review show after the Flash every week, and people started asking, all of our subscribers started asking for us to actually watch the Flash along with you guys, and so that's what we started doing. Now look, we don't show the screen. That is simply because we're not going to get dinged for copyright for showing the screen. But we watch it along with you, and that's kind of that's the point, and that's why we say we watch it with you, because we're watching it along with those who can see it. There are some who like to listen in, and that's fine. But we've been doing this for quite a while now, and so people seem to really, really dig it. And so we dig it as well, because we've made a lot of friends doing this, and so that's what we're going to do. We're just going to sit back and watch this episode of The Flash with you. All right, so welcome everyone. Why is Friends on? Because we'll be there for you. That's why. That's why. So the first part of this episode.
Oh yeah, awesome.
Is awesome. It's delivered so far in so many ways, and half of it we've already seen.
Yeah.
Can you turn that off? Yeah.
Cisco's hilarious.
I know. So half of this we've already seen, but I love how Barack Obama handed him the book to rewrite history. I'm sorry. Tell me that the monitor does not look like Barack Obama and sound like Barack Obama.
What you need to do is you need to take this book and you need to use it for your own. Sorry.
That was actually a pretty good Barack Obama there, Tim. A hidden talent we did not know that you had. Saturday Night Live is calling.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right, Chandler. All right, so we have a couple people who are making fun of us, saying it looks like Friends here because we're all sitting on the couch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So. All right. Yes, Jordan. We will be live streaming all 3 nights. We will be here all 3 nights watching the show, all 3 shows, and so feel free to join us every night as we watch Flash together. But yeah, so far this has been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
What in the world?
It's an
for lunch?
awesome season. It's magical creatures this year.
Okay.
Yeah, Magic's like the main flavor of this season.
I'm gonna hang out with the tough crowd, huh?
Yeah, you think?
Look, I need to make a call to Star Labs.
Yeah, I noticed
Just for
that.
some important Green Arrow business, you know how it is. What's that?
Amazo's fighting burning alleys over an old Diaz weapons cache in the Glades. I could really use some backup holler.
Oh man, I don't know if I'm feeling up for it. I think I just tweaked something.
I'll just wrap response on another mission with only ones that can make it in time.
Okay, yeah, I'm in.
Good.
Yeah.
Suit up.
How do I put this? I forget. Do I need help putting this on?
I thought you were on fire and incendiary arrows.
So did I. Oh man. Oh, I'm glad to see you.
Speed.
Nice outfit.
That's awesome.
Can't be a coincidence. There has to be a reason behind this. It means that someone is responsible. We need to know. Can you not do that?
Man, what a total Freaky Friday. No way. They didn't switch bodies.
Let's do the salmon.
Come on, a quantum leap. Where's the mirror?
Focus, just for a second.
Quantum
Take
leap.
it seriously, because the world thinks that you're Oliver Queen and that I'm Barry Allen, and I would really like to know why.
Totally.
Is that cool? Thank you.
I'm sorry. Weird.
Hey, Mayor. Just if you just for 90 seconds of seriousness.
You gotta admit, this is a little cool.
I will find it a lot cooler when I wake up in my own bed tomorrow morning.
You woke up in bed with Iris? We have to fix this right now.
You believe you are not Barry Allen, but in fact, is.
Barry, did you time travel again?
No, I
Are
didn't.
you talking to
Sorry.
Barry?
I am Barry. Yeah, and I'm Wild Dog.
Easy one.
Sarcasm.
No, great sarcasm. She's gone.
Do you mind if I...
No, of course not.
Oliver's brain scan is perfectly normal. No signs of hypnosis or psychic interference.
Tachyon meters are clear. No one's screwing with the timeline.
Guys, come on, this is crazy. I mean, there's no way that I could be married to Oliver Queen. Sorry, but babe, you know, he's not my type, right?
Iris, you
Oh.
really don't believe me.
We're telling the truth, okay? We're telling the truth. Something is very, very wrong with reality.
All right. Team Flash.
I noticed.
Meeting Naughty Barry.
I've only got eyes for you, you know?
If you touch it, if you sure thought about it.
All right, well, if your team's not gonna help us, then we have to keep moving.
They'll help us, okay? They'll help us. We just gotta get Iris on board first.
Fine. How are you gonna convince her?
I'm not. You are.
She's your wife.
I know, man. I know. I don't like this any more than you do. You just gotta tell her how much you care about her. Tell her she's your lightning rod.
I'm not saying that.
Trust me. It works every time.
You mind if I join you?
Yeah.
Have an extra glass of wine right there.
Guess you forgot you can't get drunk.
This day could not get any worse.
I really think that you're Oliver. You know, Felicity called me when Oliver was in prison. Do you know how he ended up in Slabside?
She called you.
He cut a deal. Barry.
Oh no.
Completely behind Felicity's back. He didn't even warn her. The FBI just showed up and took him away.
She said all that.
She's hurting. Oliver's life, it's completely defined have you in my life.
Are you not the least bit worried that reality might be broken? Don't you have to consider what we're telling you is the truth? Isn't it possible?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Which is why I'm really sorry, Barry.
But you guys thought I couldn't get drunk.
Courtesy of Ray Palmer. Wherever you are,
Ray Palmer.
I need to get you to a safe place until we can figure out what happened. I hope you can understand.
Sorry,
The heck?
I will send you those photos.
Yeah.
Take one with me.
So here's my problem with that, though. Here's my problem. With all of the fantastical things that happen on The Flash on a weekly basis, you have two people telling you this is what happened, and they're not going to believe it.
Yeah, that, and there's nanites. Apparently they can take down Barry if they think it's Barry. Are those like midichlorians?
Well, they used those before, though, didn't they? So that he could get drunk, didn't they?
Yeah, it's like, I went to the bar, get some nuts, twisted again.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I mean, like, but I'm just saying, with all of the stuff that happens on The Flash, you can tell me that they're not, that's going to be like, no, that didn't happen.
That's impossible.
But it's still great. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. Wow, the fact that she just basically told him how Felicity feels.
Which is making him see things from a different perspective from that season.
Yeah,
that I just finished.
Because when he was in prison, Felicity changed.
Yeah.
Like as a character.
Man. So, I mean, so obviously he's going to come out of this...
a better man and knowing more things, maybe trying to help things in his world.
Wow.
So there's at least some promise in that stuff. Because you could see how surprised he was, like, wait a minute, she called you?
Yeah, it's not a throwaway episode because they're gonna, obviously it's
Tie
gonna
it into
change.
theirs.
It's gonna tie it into theirs. I'll be right back.
And plus, I also didn't know about the trade that Felicity made with the FBI.
Really?
Yeah. So they kind of looked like confused at first when Ferris was telling them that.
Oh, okay. That's crazy. Is there anything else so far that you're noticing that's tying into that season?
No. No, there was just stuff that they've already shown. Yeah.
This episode is really good.
Catch up on Black Lightning and Legends.
Black Lightning, Legends, and Riverdale.
And then after that, Sabrina.
Yes. Any other questions
Tiff?
popping up?
Tiff?
What?
Is your calcium upstairs?
Yeah? It's on my desk.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, we answered pretty much the ones. I'm wondering how
you
they're
guys
gonna meet.
dance.
I'm wondering how they're gonna meet the God Wesley ship flag.
I know. Well, it said Earth 90, and so if the Barack Obama
It
dude
said
could
Earth
be here.
X.
No, it's Earth
No,
90.
it said Earth 90.
I thought it said X.
Nope.
Earth X was last year. With
90
with the
because
Nazi.
it's paying reference to the 1990 Flash John Wesley ship.
Oh, and Green Arrow from Smallville was
like
dead.
that.
Was dead.
There's two versions.
two
of
Green Arrows.
Green Arrow. Like no.
Stargirl, Hawkman, Hawkgirl, there's all kinds of people in there.
Yeah, we saw Stargirl in season last season. No, it wasn't last. Season 2
of Legends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we saw, was it Justice League America?
That's right.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah, before that was before then Mala came to be on the team with us.
No, what's her name? I can't think of it either, but I know
It's
not
who
that.
she's playing the English chick now that shapeshifts that can't shapeshift and using her face.
Yeah. I know she watched that episode. We'll be like, oh yeah, that's what her name is. Amaya. That's what
Amaya. I knew it was something like that.
Yeah.
She has the totem that makes her turn into.
Great quantum leap reference.
I know, that was awesome.
And I wonder how this
if they're gonna spend it all in tomorrow's episode.
Turn it on. Turn it on.
How is it not gonna affect Legend? No, it's not yet.
You are witches.
It's best.
Charmed tonight at 9/8 Central.
There it is.
Guys, come on! Let us out of here!
Put you in one of your own pods.
I know.
Why are we in your secret prison?
It's not a prison, it's a Tesla conductor tube that dampens meta powers.
Okay, it's a prison.
We just need to convince everybody that we're not crazy!
How? How do you suggest that we do that? Because everyone on Earth thinks we're each other.
That's it. Maybe it's just Earth 1 that's been affected. If we can get an extrapolator, reach to Earth 38 and find Kara, if she remembers us, then maybe she can help fix whatever's happened.
You skipped the part where you explain how we escaped.
Were you able to get in touch with Argus?
Well, I tried, but I kept getting interference at 650 nanometers.
Isn't that the wavelength for red light?
Red light, exactly. And when I checked the city's weather cams, this is what I found. Red skies, yellow lightning.
Do you think Barry and Oliver shared psychosis as a result of weird weather?
Stranger things, right?
Okay, we'll really just inside.
Oh, you meant to get this buried
You're best off getting up now.
Sit down.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh!
Spent the past 7 months in a maximum security prison, and no matter how bad things go, they go bad. Every cell had a toilet.
Sure you can't hold it?
Oh, you want to back up the pipes? That's right, the dampener, yes. That's a great idea.
One problem, I'm not gonna be able to reach the valve with these on.
You're gonna have to dislocate your thumb.
Are you crazy?
I'm not crazy. You need to dislocate your thumb. Just apply pressure to the joint.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm gonna break my hand. I'm not gonna break your hand because in this reality, your ligaments have been stretched and conditioned in the art of escape by Anatoly Kenyasev. Now, man up, apply pressure to the joint, and dislocate your thumb.
Oh! Oh!
It worked. Yeah. All right.
Oh!
Okay.
I'll just wait for it.
Electric toilet?
Now what?
You're gonna have to phase us out of here.
That's what?
Phasing? That's when I vibrate at the frequency of air, causing all the cells in my body to get so excited I can pass through solid objects.
Phasing.
Duh.
One need five.
1 second here, Barry, please.
It's not an easy move, and if you screw this up, then you're gonna come out of the phase halfway through the glass.
What?
Why are you laughing?
I didn't realize you thought it looks ridiculous. My God, guys, this is how I look.
Oh, look at that, you did it. Great. Believe me, man.
Figured it out.
Alright, let's go.
Get the strap later and get out of here.
I can't let you do that, Barry.
Iris, please, I know how weird this is, but somewhere inside you know we're telling the truth, that it's me, Barry. Do you remember when I first moved in? Joe brought me to the house after my mom was killed. I looked at you and I said, my dad didn't do it. And then you said,
I believe you.
you always did. And now I need you to believe me again. Iris, you're my lightning rod.
Works every time.
Quick. Before I change my mind.
Why is she in a cheerleader outfit? What? Turning up. Art 6.
I'm writing it.
Been over this, hon?
No, you talked, I ignored. You need a new muffler.
I think this is a tie rod end.
Come on, Kara, back me up here.
No, thanks. I know better than to get involved in a debate with Lois Lane.
But you do know the feeling. That itch, that fire in the back of your head. The siren song of a story that has to be written. Hmm?
Yeah, I do.
He looks great as Clark.
He does.
The world is gonna want to know why Lois Lane went to Argo City with Superman.
Details. I'll make up a reason.
So much for truth in journalism.
Says the reporter who writes about his own exploits as Superman. I was the first human to set foot on what's left of Krypton. To lay eyes on the Jewel Mountains. To endure the endless, torturous deliberations of the High Council. And I have to write about it. One small step for Lois Lane, one giant leap for Lois Lane's career.
Says the woman who is already the most famous, feared, and intrepid reporter on 2 planets.
And yet, someone on this farm is still making 21 cents on the dollar more than me. And it ain't Kara, honey. You two catch up. All right, I'm gonna go slam some small things really hard.
Okay, just be careful on that ladder. It's really old.
You'll catch me.
Right time, boss?
Nice.
I've never been challenged like that before, just to my face. Tell us who you are, Supergirl. Well, except for Miss Grant.
Well, I'm sure it was harder when it's the president doing the threatening.
That was scarier.
Yeah.
Do you think I did the right thing?
Our secret identities, they protect the people we love from being threatened by our enemies. There aren't a lot of things more important than that.
I'm just sad I have to leave the GEO. And now Alice is there alone. I feel like I let her down.
Well, and then I left you to defend Earth alone so I could go to Argo.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry about that. It's home. I'm really glad you got to see it finally. Connect with it.
There's more than just connecting with our culture, you know?
I'm okay.
Yeah, it was Lois. Everything new that I experienced on Argo, she was experiencing it too. You know, out there we were, we were both strange visitors. I must sound so selfish.
No. Love is the most unselfish thing in the world. On any world.
Well, about that, there's something that I've needed to talk to you about.
Who are you? Wait, this is Barry and Oliver. They're friends.
What? Okay, so you know that I'm Oliver and he's Barry.
Yeah, well, why wouldn't I? Okay. You guys, this is my cousin Clark. I'm so glad you get to meet.
Your cousin? That cousin? The super cousin?
Oh, please, call me Clark. Welcome to our farm.
Oh, you puffing out your chest.
Lois Lane, Healing Planet.
Wait, why did you guys think I wouldn't recognize you?
Well,
Oh, well, that's new.
we could use your help.
All units to Wayne and Augustus. Something's destroyed Ivo Lab.
Stop. Get a Amazo? Okay.
The CW crossover event is brought to you by the new movie.
Turn down all the way.
Keep watching to see.
Okay, so here's something.
I'm trying to mute it, but it's not down enough.
Wait, this is Aquaman.
Turn that down all the way. I'll turn that all the way up.
No, it's a special look at Aquaman.
Oh, special look at Aquaman?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if it's a special look at Aquaman, we gotta watch it, and then we'll talk about it.
Entire planet from utter destruction. Isn't that right, buddy?
Atlantis has always had a king. Now it needs something more. A hero.
Oh, no.
Cool.
That was it?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's talk about this, because the Smallville thing, first of all, that's it. I'm kind of bummed.
Yeah.
If that's it, there may be more.
They're still there talking.
But I don't understand like why they played the music
For Smallville.
for Smallville, where it's not like they went to a world where that world existed. They used the farm.
Supergirl's Earth.
Yeah, it's still Supergirl's Earth. So it's cool. I'm not going to complain about it because it's cool to see, but it doesn't make a lot of sense because that's not the Smallville Earth.
Yeah.
So, but it's cool to see. I'm not going to complain because I'm a huge Smallville fan, and I'm still going to be happy. It's still cool to see that there's any kind of connection whatsoever, but it's just kind of, that's a little weird. Great scene where Barry convinces Iris. That was excellent.
And we see the book only affects the Earth it's on.
Yeah, apparently. And then I think that, isn't that Amazo? The robot? I think the robot's Amazo. It looks like Amazo.
Here, wait.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to play catch up here. So, let's see.
Yeah, someone said yes, that's amazing.
Okay, anyway.
Hey, Wendy, I would love to show the TV screen. I really would. Especially as a fan, I would love to do that for you. But here's the thing. If we do that, we're going to get a copyright hit, and I just can't afford that. And so that's why we do it this way. You know, some people who can't see it, they listen in. And so I'm sorry, but that's about as much as we can get away with. And even last week, we didn't get a copyright strike on it. But I got a thing where they basically tell me that they know that we had it on in the background from YouTube, and so as much as I would love to, we just can't, and so that's what we do every week. So I'm really sorry, Wendy, but we're so glad that you're here with us, and hopefully you can listen to it and kind of get an idea of what's going on, so that when you do get to watch it, you'll kind of know. Scorpion, boy in the red shirt turned like. Oh, it's back on.
Hey, come on, man. I mean, I've been shooting paint cans all afternoon.
Unless Paint Can rewrote reality and made us swap lives,
I get it.
then you need actual combat training, Barry.
All right, fine. You know what? Why don't you go over there, run at me, and I'll try and hit you with an arrow.
Where did you bury the remote control bows?
Dude, come on. I'm not you.
Yeah, well, okay.
Nice try. I've been waiting 4 years for that, man. Oh, it's priceless. Hold on. Here, we get a photo. Boom! I got it. Don't worry. Hold on. Second. Great.
You think this is funny? Do you think my skills are a joke?
Come on, man. I was a much better sport when you shot me.
I shot you to teach you how to case an environment. You shot me to get a laugh.
All right.
You know what? Fine. Come at me. Try to get one hit in.
Second, Barry! What? He's a jerk.
Dude, I'm not doing this. This isn't how I train.
Oh, you train? Really? I thought your powers just dropped out of the sky.
If you're trying to get a rise out of me, it's not gonna work.
You need a peanut gallery? Can you not do anything without your wife in your
Are you
ear?
serious, man? Felicity invented quarterback.
I don't think that you can go more than 9 hours without some sappy motivational speech.
I'm not doing this.
Your team betrayed you. You needed them, and they weren't there.
I'm not doing this.
Wow.
You know, if you really knew how to use my speed, I never could have laid a finger on you.
That's the guy who attacked us at Amazo Laboratories. Anti-metahuman adaptive zootomic organism.
Amazo? Amazo? Yep. Sometimes these things just fall into your lap.
Says Ivo Labs was contracted by Argus to build a unit capable of identifying metapowers.
He doesn't just scan powers. He's pumping a nano-adaptive hybrid of the Mirakuru serum.
So that's how he stole our powers. He scanned our metahuman genes, then used the Mirakuru hybrid to copy them.
So an evil copycat Gort is coming to Klaatu Barada kick to our asses. We can't let out Flash and Green Arrow fight.
Well, we could if they were still here. Why don't you tell them, Iris West Island, what happened?
You let them know.
You got a crush.
Okay, look, I know what you're thinking. But I spoke to Oliver, or whoever he is, and I could feel something. Guys, I felt like I was really talking to Barry.
I believe you. It is weird out there. These red skies, Barry and Oliver, that, and I vibed somebody in the speed lab.
What?
Yeah, some guy with ridges on his head, these big mutton chops.
Do you think that the red skies, this guy, these disparate events are somehow connected?
So Barry and Oliver were mind swapped by a guy with mutton chops?
Man, it's not even Tuesday.
That's awesome.
Just entered city.
Not even Tuesday. That is great.
It's so cool to see that farm, though.
It is.
Don't tell me you came to say sorry.
Try to avoid saying that word.
Look, man, I get it. You were just trying to help in your own Oliver way. Trying to get a rise out of me so I'd fight like you.
Yeah, it's more than that, Barry. I've been doing this for a very long time. And nearly every time that I learn a lesson, it comes with a painful memory. Watch friends die. I've had to kill to survive. When I'm the Green Arrow, I channel those painful memories. I draw on a darkness every time I draw back my bow. So to see you, with all of my abilities, just laughing and joking around, it pissed me off. More than I would care to admit.
Whenever I run, whatever I'm feeling inside, grief, guilt, I gotta just let it go. And focus on whatever I'm running toward. Iris, my friends, all the joy in my life. When I'm happy, I run faster. Just like when you phased earlier. You were having a good time.
Couldn't dislocate his thumb until you got angry. If you're gonna be the Green Arrow, and I'm gonna be the Flash.
Maybe we need to start acting more like each other.
Yes, finally. Super Harry. Sorry. I've been sitting in there waiting for you guys to figure this out because I have a lot of thoughts, okay?
I should smile more.
Yeah, maybe you should. It might help. You guys have to act the parts. Come on, try it.
What?
I'm the Green Arrow.
Wear a mask.
That's awesome.
Oh, this is getting annoying.
Supergirl, Barry, Oliver.
You believe us now?
Yeah.
We all did. Sorry we locked you up. But if you feel like forgiving us and coming back to Earth 1, we've got a little bit of a cinch back home. Like a please, for the love of God, there's a killer robot destroying the city kind of stitch. We could use some help.
So,
Let's bring
Rock and
Superman with everybody with us.
If you don't, I will, Smallville.
Cool. Who are you?
a friend.
Nice.
The screen. You know, Sprint has the awesome new iPhone XR.
How awesome is this episode?
It is.
Yeah.
And we've got 3 nights of this.
Oh my gosh. And man, how quick has this gone?
Yeah.
It's wow.
Yeah.
Oh man, I don't want this to end. I mean, it feels like literally, I mean, we've spent 40 minutes setting it up.
Yeah.
Well, it has to set up for the next 2 nights.
Oh man.
But how do you?
Yes. Let's see here.
I thought you were fast forwarding.
Jose says, super duper extra awesome guys. I'm getting goosebumps right now. I know. I love this. I love all the little
It's not even a Tuesday.
funny things. It's not even Tuesday. That's awesome. Oh, and hey, by the way, Caleb was talking about our names. Thank you so much. First of all, Caleb, thank you so much. You know what? Everybody, people sometimes misunderstand what we're doing here, and that's all right. It's like we're just doing our thing, man. We just love hanging out with you guys and talking with you guys afterwards, and so, we're just gonna keep doing our thing. If people don't understand it, they just don't understand it. But thank you so much for defending us about that. Somebody just didn't get the fact that we weren't showing the screen and that they were just watching it. It's not about watching us. It's just about hanging out. Let's see here. So somebody has. It sounds like somebody has a crush on Isaac.
Oh, nice.
I don't know who that is. Scorpion.
He's got an extra deep voice tonight too because of his cold. So. Hey.
Let's see. Trying to just go through. Oh, but Caleb, yeah. So I'm Enosh, and this. So I'm Enosh, and this is
Isaac Long Kenobi.
Tiptastic.
Landon Calrissian.
Logan the Hutt.
Yep. So Enosh, Isaac, Tiff, Landon, and Logan. And man, what a great episode! This is just awesome. I'm almost speechless because it's just so great. But I find it interesting how quickly though that they did both of them adapt to their powers.
Yeah.
And their skills.
The first thing that Barry had to do, he was like,
yeah.
killing everybody.
Yeah, and I mean, and
Still the accuracy of Oliver.
Yep, and Oliver was able to adapt pretty well to
speed,
Barry's speed.
phasing, that kind of thing.
But not quite.
Yeah,
Whereas, like if you really mastered it,
counter.
yep, if you really mastered it, I wouldn't have been able to touch you.
But it's funny the callbacks that they are making though, like when he shot him and so he did it to him and
Back in season
so
one,
it's
Flash.
Yeah.
it's very cool. And I guess Isaac's understanding a lot more going and watching all the stuff from
Because before they even mentioned Anatoly, I was like, oh yeah, Eleanor was like, oh yeah, Anatoly taught Oliver that when Oliver was in Russia.
to dislocate his thumb.
Yeah.
And then right after I said that, then Oliver said that.
So lots of great
and then the Mirror Crew.
callbacks.
That's the Mirror Crew. That's what Slade Wilson was in season 2.
Nice, Jose. So we got a request because Jose says you're the Green Arrow and tell you to say I have failed the city.
I have failed the city. You have failed the city.
You have failed the city. Sorry.
You have failed the city.
You have failed this city.
Dog like Green Arrow.
I'm Green Arrow, but kind of Batman too. All kind of rolled up into one. I'm Batman.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Where the hell is Cisco? I'm right here. I brought the big guns.
Just put it on 35, Landon. That should stop it.
It wasn't 35.
No, it wasn't.
It was 36.
What are they doing? Trying to keep Amazo off balance before it has time to replicate their abilities.
Finish him.
Nice.
No sign of movement.
Nice work.
You got lucky.
Guys, you might want to get out of the way.
Now that is an awesome scene. Superman, the Flash, Green Arrow, and Supergirl all together. Oh!
Exactly what we wanted to avoid.
Well, that's not great.
Amazo copied all of their powers, and now it's in the hunt for more. Cisco, there's got to be something you can do to stop it.
How do you stop a T-3000 that kills for
Nice.
It's a computer, right? So just turn it off.
It can phase.
That's what that's called?
Well, we can't fight what we can't hit.
I've got an idea. Bring him back here.
No problem.
When he comes back, knock him down. He won't be able to phase and run at the same time.
Smiling.
That's where we at.
I think we got it.
We reverse engineered Amazo's operating system and whipped up a virus to wipe the CPU.
Not so difficult.
Except,
Except it's a robot that has replicated the super strengths and thus now it is impenetrable, so you cannot put the virus inside it. That's not right.
Okay, so what do we do?
Look, if Amazo inherited all of their strengths, then maybe he inherited their weaknesses too.
Only we're not gonna weaken it, Iris. We're gonna send it straight to hell. Oliver, you're gonna have to counteract Amazo's phasing while Supergirl and Superman hold it. Got it! Only have one shot. Now bring me that virus, Cisco.
That's iconic.
Get ready!
Nice. Come on. Come on, Barry.
I won't. Amazo, you have failed this city.
Right in the eyeball. Oh, no. Oh, sure love. I know. It's a common thing with them now.
Oh, they're smiling. He's all serious. Now, see, I wonder if they're starting to take over more of their personas.
It's good to see you.
Look familiar. If you're trying to hide excessive sweating.
I said, I wonder if the longer they go as this, whatever this is,
They're
they're becoming more and more like
their character.
their character, who they are. I wonder if that's one of the drawbacks of it that they just haven't talked about yet.
They are realized.
Yeah. Man. So yeah, so Nora is nowhere to be found because she's probably in the future. Jeff, you're probably right because she's in the future right now talking with Reverse Flash. How big of a bombshell was that? We talked about that Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Man, I love this show. And you know what? I gotta say, look, as big of a Henry Cavill fan as I am, I think Tyler Hoechlin makes a good Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, he looks the part, and I love it because this is a different
He's a good
Superman.
TV Superman.
Yeah, this is the happier kind of more joyful Superman, and I think he's definitely portraying that. If his suit was just a little better,
Yeah.
he'd be perfect. I just don't like that belt, but other than that, man, that was a great scene with Supergirl, Superman, The Flash, and Green Arrow. Even if that wasn't them actually as the right people. So where does John Wesley Shipp's Flash come in?
Yeah.
We're gonna see him probably at the end of the episode.
And the Black Suit Superman.
Well, Black Suit Superman.
That's gonna be more.
In the next few days.
Yeah.
That's gonna probably go more into the Elseworlds thing because they're going to. Because they show previews of the guy who switched everything, saying, you know, you gotta switch it back. And he goes, why would I do that? And so we know that that's coming, where they're gonna maybe learn a little bit from him and why he switched everything the way he did. Because that Obama guy said you need to, you know, think big.
You can use some switch
So you get the 4 free phones and 4 lines for just $100 a month.
Switch to Boost and get 4 lines for just $100 a month. Even with unlimited gigs and get 4 free phones. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switch makes it easy to save.
Well, Deke, all I can tell you is if that stands for great, amazing, and yeah, then yes, it is GAY. It's pretty awesome.
The episode?
I don't know if he's talking about the episode or us or whatever. I don't know. But it's still awesome.
Has been dismantled and every piece locked up in a Starlabs vault except for this one. This is my souvenir.
Round of applause, everybody. Félicitations, Flash. It's quite a performance you did out there.
Well, I appreciate that, but still Oliver Queen.
And I am still Barry Allen.
I don't know, guys. You took down Amazo in one shot. Only the Green Arrow can do that. And Oliver, you outran Amazo, just like the Flash.
Maybe we should stick with this whole body swap thing for a while. Seems to be working okay.
I don't know that anybody would be too worried if you don't switch back.
No. We need to figure out who did this to Barry and Oliver and why, and then we're gonna reverse it, okay?
Have you any thoughts?
I haven't quite figured it out yet, but until I do, I am confident that Central City and Star City are in good hands.
Speaking of in good hands, I should probably get back to Metropolis and Lois. If anything were to happen, her entire world's unprotected.
Yeah, I get it.
Thank you for helping us, Clark. We couldn't have stopped the Amazo without you.
Oh, not so sure about that.
Hello, Clark. Help a genius out, would you? Look, I want to give you this check.
I do this for free, the whole helping humanity thing.
The thing that I'm giving. No, not for that. This is a alimony check from my third wife. She also live on Earth 38, and
Nice.
I might be a little bit behind in the payment. If you could just do me the favor.
You want me to deliver this to your ex-wife?
To my ex-wife, my third ex-wife.
You're welcome.
Oh. It's superb.
Nice.
Man, I can trust him, right?
That's funny.
Are you okay?
No. You did a great job with Amazo. But at what cost, Barry?
What do you mean?
Do you know why I let you and Oliver go? It was because of something that I felt. When I stopped looking with my eyes and I started listening with my heart, I realized that you, Barry Allen, have always been and will always be the man that I love.
No matter what mask I wear, I'll always show you my true face.
I need you to promise me something, Barry. Promise me that when we figure out who did this to you, and when you get your speed back and you're finally back in my arms, that you'll come back to me.
Of course I'll come back.
Barry, I heard what you said right before you took that shot. You're the Green Arrow now. But please don't become Oliver Queen.
I won't. I promise.
Barry, need you in the workshop.
So you think this person you saw has something to do with what's happened to Barry and Oliver?
I mean, I saw him right after these two swapped capes.
You've been having trouble with your vibes lately, right? Maybe it's that.
No, this was beyond me. It felt like something important.
We need to see it.
Last few minutes.
I can see everything.
Fascinating. I wouldn't have thought the men of this earth had this capacity. But it won't avail you. None of you can stop what's been set into motion. You're best off giving up now. Because nothing you can do can alter what's about to happen.
Are you okay?
No, not even close.
211 there, huh?
What did you see?
This
I don't recognize him.
doesn't matter. I know where to find him.
Oh!
So what's our next move? Go to Gotham City.
Nice.
Yeah!
So tomorrow they go to Gotham.
Hey, this is Sarah Jeffrey. Charmed is all new and coming up next on the CW.
This is Gotham. I don't look so tough.
What's happening? Trouble.
Who's this badass? Not Batman. No, it is not.
Elseworlds Midnight crossover event continues tomorrow, 8/7 Central on the CW.
Oh man.
Wow.
Not expecting
Okay, so turn that on.
Wait, I know what you're feeling.
I haven't. I'm waiting until I turn it
Pause
on.
it there. Okay. Wow.
Good episode.
Wow. 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 Wow.
We got 2 more nights of this awesomeness. And we get to see Batwoman in Arrow tomorrow.
Oh man, but it happens so quick.
I know. When it's that good, it's fast.
Wow.
They threw a lot of stuff at our eyeballs.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do tonight. We're just gonna let's just set it up, and we're just gonna do our review. Okay, we're just gonna do it live since everybody's here and talk about it, and then
When I set it up, just leave it as it is.
yeah, well, because we're kind of far away, so so we're gonna do that, and then I'll go back and I'll re-edit it, I'll download it, so people who just want to get the review can have just the review. But let's go ahead and instead of taking a break, I'll set this up here real
Why
quick.
don't you just bring it just a little bit closer so we can still kind of sit
Yeah.
here?
Well, because I got to be able to see for comments and stuff. All right, let me turn this around. All right, guys. So there we go. The first episode
Of the crossover.
of the crossover event Elseworlds is in the can, and we got to talk about it now.
There's a lot.
We got to talk about this. We need more Man Y.
What does that mean?
More Superman? I don't know. Wow. So this delivered.
Yeah.
Is that Barry Allen behind you?
Maybe.
Man. So I'm hidden Flash today.
Yeah. I'm wearing Stranger Things. I'm
Crouching
all
Enosh,
that.
Hidden Flash, G.I. Joe. All right. So, wow, Tiff, what did you think of this episode?
I thought it was very well done. I think this
Yeah.
is one of my favorite crossovers that they've had in a long time
Mm-hmm.
because they've got a lot going on, you know, with the switching and trying to believe that and just seeing them try to take over each other's powers. And I thought it was very telling, like you said, about how Iris says, when you're done with this, come back to me. Don't become, you know, pretty much they're becoming their characters and how that's going to affect them in the next 2 days.
Yeah. Wow. Isaac, your thoughts? I know you can barely talk. Come on.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good episode, and I thought it really did really good setting up for the next 2 nights. For
Yes.
the crossover.
Yes.
While still getting the job done within Flash's episode as well.
Like it didn't just seem like a setup episode; it just felt like a setup episode and add a few other things to move it along.
Yes. But what so my only complaint about this, it went too quick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, it seemed like it was done that fast. I literally had lost track of time, looked up at the clock, and it was 20 to 9.
Yep.
And it was like, whoa, we just lost a lot of time there in setup. Yeah, Jose, it just went so fast. Let's see, Caleb. I'm gonna go back here. Yeah, I turned it around. So let me see. Okay, so Caleb, I'm gonna go back here. Let me just find everything. So Caleb says, I get what they're going for, but listening with my heart is such a cliched line. Sometimes these shows are awesome and I love and wouldn't change them, but I always remember that they're on the CW, and that's true.
They talk with their feels.
But even Oliver kind of mentioned that. He's like, you can't go 2 minutes without some kind of heartfelt speech or whatever.
Though that's why it was funny when he went in the hallway. He's like, "Do we need to go talk in the hallway?"
Yeah.
Yes, DP. The episode has ended, and now we're just kind of reviewing. We're kind of talking about it, and that's what we do here. So we are having a conversation about it. Then Caleb says CW has been changing over since Arrow first aired, but sometimes I wish they were on a streaming service and not DC Universe. Please, God, move all the movie and TV content to the new WB service coming next year and make DC Universe a comic book service app. So I don't think, Caleb, that's not going to happen. They've invested all this now into the DC Universe. I mean, the DC Universe is going to be there. That's not going to go away. The DC Universe, I've actually been really happy with the DC Universe, other than the glitches with being able to stream. The DC Universe, man, is actually it's a really good value. I agree with you. I don't understand why they didn't make the DC Universe just part of the upcoming WB streaming service,
or combine it.
Because that's what Disney's doing. Disney's doing like a multi-tiered thing where
Lucasfilm and
you're gonna have like a Marvel channel on the Disney Plus. And you're gonna have Star Wars, and you're gonna have all these different layered things, and I think that's a really great idea. Of course, Warner Brothers doesn't always do the best job sometimes with that kind of stuff. Then Caleb says, no, definitely, but you can tell it's on a network primarily targeted at women. It's slowly changing towards a more general audience with the DC shows and shows like that football show. So
All American is the football show.
All American?
Yeah, I'll watch it, but I know what it is.
Yeah. So rate out of 1 to 10. AJ wants us to get to the rating right away.
Nice.
I agree, Jeff. Why not just make like Elseworlds the TV show?
Exactly.
Yeah. That would probably just be Justice League the TV show, because that's what this felt like. I mean, more so even than other years past with the crossover event. This felt like
true crossover.
Man. Yeah. This was so good. So let's rate it right away. He would like us to rate it 1 to 10. We usually Eduardo, hold on to that thought, because I was thinking about that too. So we're gonna go 1 to 10.
I thought that too.
So we're gonna go 1 to 10.
9.5. The only reason I didn't go full 10 was because of the things like things with Iris and the little things. But I give it a 9.5 strong.
Isaac.
I'd say a 9, probably for the same reasons as you. And I kind of didn't like that they beat Amazo so fast. Like it was like they beat him in like 5 minutes.
And the Smallville stuff. That's why I gave it a little less than a 10. But it's not things that are gonna change the entire thing for me. So
yeah,
it's almost a 10. So
yeah, I gotta say it's definitely a 9.5 for me. The couple things that I did that were just kind of off a little bit was obviously like Caleb mentioned, you know, but you're gonna get that. We always get that with Barry, where you get these, you know, kind of emotional, you know, moments and stuff, and he's kind of like, you know, the whole, you know, tell her she's your lightning rod. That always works. That always works. That, and I really hope something else is gonna come about of the Smallville references.
Oh, I know.
Because the way that they kind of hyped up, I mean, like, look, I know that at first they didn't say anything about it. It was just we saw that the Kent farm was going to be there, so we already saw that.
Yeah,
we've already seen
knew
pictures of that for the
coming.
last while, but so that's not really some big shocker or surprise because we've already seen that. So
Well, when you play the Smallville theme, that was
yeah,
like
well, with Steve Amell saying that for Smallville fans that there's going to be some really cool thing after we had already seen the farm for a few weeks, just makes me feel like there's something else there besides just the farm when we've already seen that and know that that's coming. And then Steve Amell says, "Well, there's something special coming." I didn't think it made any sense for them to play the song.
Yeah, because it wasn't.
I mean, I lost it. It was cool. It was awesome to see, but it didn't make a lot of sense for them to play the Smallville theme song without it making some connection.
Yeah.
I still would love to see some kind of cameo of Green Arrow, but they haven't mentioned that. So.
But you saw him in the very beginning, so maybe there's going to be a connection in the next 2 episodes.
Yeah, so I'm thinking maybe some kind of.
Smallvillian.
I'm sorry, Truth. Yeah, and I'm sorry, Truth. That it sounds like we saw a lot of people reporting that CW wasn't showing the Elseworlds event.
Really?
Yeah, and so that sucks.
That's disheartening.
That reminds me of when Smallville first came out, because when Smallville first came out,
And you were
I remember.
in the woods. I still got to see it.
Yep, I remember, man. I sat down. I was super excited because it was on the WB, and I popped some popcorn, and I was ready to sit down and watch Smallville for the very first time. And that was the night we lost our WB affiliate. And so, yeah, Truth, that's what people were saying, that they were showing Friends. And at first I thought people were making fun of us because we were all just sitting on the couch talking, because they kept saying, why am I seeing Friends? Why am I seeing Friends? And, yeah, so I am really sorry that was the case. That really sucks. And I wonder if that's just a thing that somewhere regionally, the local CW affiliates maybe didn't have to show it. You know,
which makes no sense. If they hype it up, why not show it everywhere?
If it's part of the network, you know, they should have to show it. But yeah, I think a lot of people are already chiming in that you can watch it on the CW app.
Oh, good.
And I'm sure it'll be up here pretty soon. I think they're setting up the fact that Smallville exists in the Arrowverse, given most locations in the show look the same city-wise. The farm and music is a nod, and they're saying it's coming. See, I was thinking that too, Caleb, except for the fact that they mentioned Green Arrow, and Clark says nothing about their Green Arrow. So, also, yes, it would have been great to see Chloe, but I don't think that's
not going to be in the cards.
that cameo is probably not
because of what happened in real life.
That cameo is probably not going to happen. Let's see here. What else we got?
We're lucky enough that we got to see her at Comic-Con.
Yeah, really. Let's see. Elsewhere should be season long. Okay, so Eduardo. Let's talk about Eduardo's comment. Will Barry kill someone?
He is making a tea to help soothe his throat. But he went through and he binged all of the seasons of Arrow and caught up earlier this week before the crossover. So a lot of the things they're tying in, he knows exactly what they're saying. He actually called it right before they even said it online or on air.
Yeah.
So he's our resident nerd who knows a lot of,
Arrow stuff.
Information. But
he's all caught up on Arrow like that. But, I would say, oh, here he comes. Yeah. So do you think that Barry's going to kill somebody?
They've kind of addressed this last season in Arrow, is sometimes Oliver does kill people, but that was in season 1. And since then, he hasn't really killed,
He
and he's
mentioned-
kind of like stopped to get away from that because we saw in this episode he talked about the darkness that was in him.
He mentioned I've had to
Every time
kill people to
Yeah.
survive, and it comes at a price.
Yeah, and during that episode he's talking about, oh yeah, every time I draw back the arrow, I'm feeding into the darkness that's inside of me.
Which is why Iris said the same thing to Barry.
Yeah, truth. I will tell you this: the episodes don't go up on the app right away. They take a little while, so it's probably going to be up there tomorrow. Yeah, Jose, there you go. They'll put the episode up tomorrow, so at least you'll be able to watch it, you know, and hopefully,
the next episode
and then hopefully because you know it's a regular night for the CW to air.
Maybe they'll bring it up.
It'll be on tomorrow night, so hopefully you get to catch up before.
Did you have something else you were trying to say, though, Isaac?
sorry about
or no?
Yeah, and then Caleb said Damien Dark, and that was the last person that he's killed so far in the show.
Okay.
He's basically tried to steer himself away from that in the past few seasons.
I think it's interesting, though, that
and he tries to stop himself from making that a last resort.
kind of like Batman and guns.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting, though, that Iris was saying, you know, when they were talking, and Oliver didn't even know that Felicity called Iris during his stint when he was in jail.
That was a cool scene, though.
And I wonder if that's going to come into play during his episode, if she shows up or anything like that, because Isaac said that she changed this season because of that.
Yeah.
Because of a deal that she made to get him out.
Yeah, that hit home where Oliver was having to see
From someone else's perspective.
And point of view. Caleb, yes, you made a comment about Smallville because we were talking about whether or not this Earth, Earth 38, is Smallville Earth. But so here's the thing, though, is if as much as I'm thinking about that, like we said, he doesn't mention Green Arrow on there, and I see maybe Green Arrow doesn't exist on their Earth because Flash doesn't either on Earth 38. Although Impulse does, because Impulse was on Smallville, along with when they did the kind of the mini Justice League thing with Aquaman and Cyborg and Green Arrow and Superman, and was there somebody else? There were 5 of them. There was Impulse, Green Arrow, Superman, Aquaman, and Cyborg. Yeah, that's 5. That's what it was.
And the guy who used to be Aquaman on Smallville is now on Titans.
Yeah. So the thing is you know, I mean, if that was if that was the world, then Green Arrow does exist on that world. So again, that just kind of doesn't make sense to me that they would play the Smallville theme song if that.
It's not that verse.
Yeah, I know Oliver and Barry don't have doppelgangers on Earth 38. So if that's Earth 38, that's just, which it is, because that's where Supergirl was. Because my thought was that maybe that was supposed to be the Smallville world until they basically showed that it was Supergirl's world. It was Earth 38. So I like the nod. Don't get me wrong. Look, as a Superman fan, as a Smallville fan, I love the nod. It's just kind of weird because it doesn't really have a connection to Smallville except for the farm. So I'm hoping that we see more, and I'm thinking that because we do see the Smallville version of Green Arrow laid out in the field there where the Flash, on Earth 90. There may be some. Now I know, was it you, Caleb, I think, mentioned in a comment section somewhere that Justin Hartley, is over someplace filming something else, so he probably doesn't have a big role if he was able to film something.
Did you see, though, that his name showed up in the credits in the beginning?
No.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Hartley was in the credits in the beginning.
Justin Hartley?
I don't remember the first name, but Hartley was one of the names that showed up in the credits when they were doing the opening scene. When they put the names down and then it says, and then Tom Cavanaugh and stuff like that.
Really?
I'll have to go back and look. I did see Hartley, but I can't remember if it was actually him.
Maybe there's hope, guys. Maybe there's hope that we'll see that because that would I would understand.
If they show him on the ground, they're gonna have to make reference to it somehow.
Somehow, you'd think. Oh, that's Hartley Sawyer. It's Ralph.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hartley
Thanks,
Sawyer
Jeff.
Plays Dibney.
Yeah. So, all right, that makes sense. Let's see. It's a nod. Try not to think too hard of it. I know. Contracts probably just aren't going to line up right now with Tom Welling. I wish that. That'd be awesome.
Rosenbaum, I'd be okay with.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know, Caleb. It's it's the fanboy in me. I'd love to see it.
I can't wait until
You know.
tomorrow's episode though, because to see the very end when he vibed them to see what he saw, and that guy kind of looked off, like did like a fourth wall break, and he was like, interesting that these kind of humans can do this, but you're not
Like
gonna be
he
able to
knew Cisco
stop
was
what's
vibing.
coming.
Yeah, he's looking right at him.
Because he
sees
knew
him
that
through
Cisco
the.
was vibing.
Yeah.
It was like he was vibe stalking.
Vibe stalking. That's a new power.
It is.
Vibe
Maybe it's a
stalking.
meta power.
His vibe senses.
His vibe senses are tingling.
It's a new character, Stalker. Let's see here.
But it makes me wonder if that dude knows what's going on. Is he going to play another part in this? Are they going to actually go, now that they know who did it, are they going to go and confront the psychiatrist dude?
Yeah. Well, they saw the Wayne building.
Oh,
in the
yeah, in the
background,
Wayne
and
building.
then- So you know, okay, it's in Gotham.
So this is,
So
I
it's all
cannot
in
wait to see what
Gotham.
happens tomorrow. This is like insane.
Tell you what, it's a great thing. So Caleb says, no, the app is fine, but I don't see the need for it. WB is doing weird tiered stuff. Tier 1 is a general WB and movies. Tier 2 is HBO TV and licensed movie. And Tier 3 is both. Okay. See, I don't really know much about the WB app because
We
I
have
don't-
Netflix,
I don't-
Hulu, and
yeah, I
DC.
don't really care about a WB app. Actually, you know what? To be honest with you, all these streaming services kind of get on my nerves because
You get too excited for a show, and it's like,
there's
oh, yeah,
just
it's on
there's
there.
just too many. You know, like how in the world are you supposed to keep up with all that stuff? And it's every company now has to have their own. So WB has to have one. Paramount has one. You know, it's like I'm never gonna watch the new Star Trek stuff. I'm never gonna watch the new Star Trek stuff, and I especially want to watch the new Picard one. But I'm never gonna watch it on that channel. I'm gonna have to wait till it comes out on DVD. And I know Discovery came out, but I still haven't gotten around to watching it on DVD or renting it because
There's an app called Movie Box that you can download on your phone. It's not on the App Store, but like Titans is on it, and like things from.
see, and that's the weird thing too, right? So it's supposed to be like exclusive to like these to one streaming service, and then it gets kind of spread out over all these different streaming services.
It's called Movie Box.
Okay, yeah. See, you know, and so that's kind of a frustrating thing because there's just so many of these services now. I'm a bad person. I stream it elsewhere. You're on the dark web, Caleb. Be careful, man. No, I look. I get it. I
Because sometimes
totally
that's
get
what
it.
it turns into.
Next to Titans right there.
Okay. See, that's interesting. You're gonna have to show me that. Okay.
Yeah.
I know I found the app Tubi, and that's got some great stuff on there as well. None of this stuff, but it's got some great documentaries. It's got
Someone commented something.
some great cartoons and stuff like that as well. Let's see. Bart Allen, and Barry Allen will meet on Elseworlds. That'd be a cool cool thing. But we haven't seen that kid. That kid was like in a bunch of stuff. The guy who played Bart Allen on Smallville, he was like in a bunch of stuff. He was in the reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street. He was on the reboot of Nightmare on Elm Street, but then he just kind of disappeared. Let's see. So what did you think of the last scene of Batwoman?
Yeah, I cannot wait to see more of her. She looks kick butt when they show the scene of her fighting everyone before the screen went dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. So
Like,
did
like,
you
what's
guys see?
funny is like you are not Batman.
Did you guys see this? Nerdist News did a video today about saying that about the possibility of the Arrowverse being connected with the Dark Knight movie
I saw
universe.
The thumbnail,
That
but
would be cool.
I saw the thumbnail, but I didn't watch the video.
So I watched that, and I don't usually give credence to stuff like that because unless they come out and say that it's true, it's not true, right? But they show Bane's mask
From Dark Knight.
from Dark
Yeah.
Knight.
Yeah,
It's Bane's mask.
Bryce sent me that picture during the stream on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's definitely Bane's mask from the Dark Knight Returns or Dark Knight Rises. I'm sorry, Dark Knight Rises. It's the same mask. And here's the other interesting thing about that. Yeah, I know, Caleb. I think it's just an Easter egg too, but it's an interesting little connection piece, right? Because in the Arrowverse, they're saying that Batman has been missing for 3 years,
Oh, okay.
right?
Because you see that they were taking the tarp off the bat signal, like it had
Yeah.
been used.
Yeah.
Ah.
Right. So I mean, that's kind of, I mean, that's all fanboy nerd stuff, right?
And us thinking about what can happen tomorrow.
Bane broke Batman. Yes, he did. But that's,
broke him in the back.
But that's just an interesting little thing that just for us nerds to talk about. It's just, like the possibilities of that, because that would be pretty cool. Because if you think about it, Batman was the first to start off in the Batman in the Dark Knight universe. There's no other superheroes there. So that kind of makes sense that, because there's no Superman. Yeah, there's no other, and so that they would come to rise after, that or kind of during that time. And so that's kind of a cool
tie-in.
That's cool. That's just cool little thoughts for us nerds to think about, isn't it? Different stuff like that. So, but watch that video. Go to Nerdist News and check out that video because it's actually kind of cool. Let's see. I'm wondering what happened with Burt Ward though, because he posted a picture on Instagram at the CW lot a few months ago. Did he really? What was the picture? We're gonna find it. Isaac's gonna try to find it.
Instagram?
Did he say Instagram?
He said he posted a picture, yes, on Instagram. Okay. Burt Ward. The original Robin. OG Robin. Let's see, Jeff says, I wanted to see Oliver's reaction to Nora greeting him, hey, Dad.
Yeah, that would have been
That'd have been cool. But yeah, Nora's not in the...
She's in 2046 right now talking to Thawne. Not Thrawn, like I said earlier.
Is that... it got taken down, he said.
Oh, okay.
Kept saying, spoilers. So, what would Burt Ward... See, now that's some stuff. That's some stuff right there. He was in a bar. He had a GCPD badge.
Nice.
That's cool if we got to see something like that.
Maybe like a cameo.
Yeah, I always thought it would be cool. And I know that there was talk a few years ago that there was actually a movie in development that would have been a multiverse Justice League movie that would have tied in like every DC property ever made. So like all of the Christopher Reeve Superman movies, all the Batman movies, all different Batman, people who played Batman and all that. You know what? He would make a good Harvey Bullock.
Who?
Burt Ward.
He would now, the way that he looks.
Yeah.
He totally would.
Yes, he would. But yeah, there was some movie that they were talking about making for a while that it was gonna connect the multiverse, and it was gonna be just that. It was gonna be like it was gonna show every cartoon, every movie, every TV show. So like Lois and Clark, Adventures of Superman, all that stuff, and then whoever that was in the new one. And I always thought that'd be super cool to show all that. I mean, that's nerd stuff, right? Yeah. But let's see here. So Crackle is a cool app. You know, I haven't really investigated Crackle too much. What is on Crackle?
Whenever you say that, it reminds me of the Lego movie, The Craggle.
The Craggle. Yeah, I haven't really done too much investigation on Crackle. I know we've got access to it here on our TV, but I haven't ever done that. Let's see. Superman should have a race with the Flash.
Yes, he should.
Cool.
Yes.
Well, once everything's fixed, they have like a race.
Jose says that Crackle is like it's almost like Netflix, movies and anime and stuff. I'm gonna have to dig into there and see what other shows that are on there, because yeah, there's all these streaming services and all these different things where you can watch all these different shows. I would love. I'm still trying to find a streaming service or something that will show the Dukes of Hazzard, because I would love to be able to watch that. And yeah, I wish that'd be part of like a Warner Brothers thing, because that's owned by Warner Brothers. But I don't know if we'll ever see that surface again. Maybe bring Chris O'Donnell in a cameo role as Commissioner Jim Gordon.
That would be cool too. Okay, I could see that.
That'd be cool. Wouldn't that be cool? You know what I'd like to see?
The two Robins being Commissioner Gordon and Bullock.
I would love to see bring Billy D. Williams and let him play like an older Harvey Dent.
That would be cool too.
Wouldn't that be cool? Because he was supposed to anyways. Because he got that kind of stolen from him. So that would be really cool. But yeah, so this episode overall,
tasty.
Just or Lucius Fox. Yeah, Caleb,
there you go.
He'd make a good Lucius Fox as well. Although I don't know, man. because even though I like Gotham, Morgan Freeman kind of ruined all others for Lucius Fox for me. Like, because once Morgan Freeman plays a character, it's like his, you know. I mean, it's still, but yeah. So I mean, but this, like I said, this episode just tremendous.
Yes.
Just tremendous
It
in
makes me
every
more
way.
excited about this week. I hate that I have to go through a work day and make it through into the entire evening to see it.
Be
'cause
thinking about it.
I know.
Tomorrow's my day off. I may actually rewatch this episode,
Mm-hmm.
just to catch everything. Because obviously with the live streaming and trying to chat and everything, you know, I'm sure I missed a couple of things. Plus, our surround sound. Every time it peaks, it clips and it turns off. That's
Anytime
what
it
was
gets too loud.
Yeah, it gets too loud, and so it clipped right as the Smallville theme song kicked in. So all we have is the little speakers on the TV. So, yeah, just a great episode. So what did you think of what's her name is Lois Lane?
Well, the thing is I've always liked, the different people that have played her. I loved Margot Kidder, obviously, in the movies, and I love Erica Durance as one of my favorite Smallville, Loises, but I thought she did good for this new generation of it. She had the spunkiness. She had, that camaraderie with Clark and calling him Smallville, and like when she fell or something, you heard that noise, she's like, I'm all right. Like, I think for this, because it's a new kind of universe to us, by them redoing that, I think she's pretty good. I'd like to see more of her, though. I want to see what they do in the next couple episodes.
Yeah. So how about you, Isaac?
I'm not happy. I'm not upset. I'm right in between.
Yeah, it's pretty much like what you said. It's like it seems like a little different version of Lois, but I like what we've seen so far.
Yeah, she like you said, it wasn't bad,
but it wasn't good. It was right.
It wasn't great.
But we're getting to see her for a few minutes here and there. It's not like we've invested time like Smallville into her.
2 episodes.
Yeah.
It did look like they had pretty decent chemistry together.
Yes, which was nice.
So that was cool. There's times that she looks really good for Lois, and then there's times where she looks a little off.
I know what you mean. I felt the same way.
Yeah.
And they were just far enough apart that it was like, oh no, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it seemed like she didn't quite have the attitude
the Lois spunk
completely down. Nobody has had the attitude like Erica Durance.
No.
Erica Durance, we are rewatching Smallville
with our kids,
and so we're on the 4th season, and so the kids were just introduced to Erica Durance's.
Because we had to watch the first season before we met Tom Welling, so they had something to go off of, and then now every time we're together as a family, we watch a couple episodes, and the kids are just like, let's watch the next one, and we're sitting here joking, going, yeah, that's how it was for us, and we're like, okay, let's wait until next week or all summer.
Yeah, really. But yeah, so I mean, Margot Kidder will always be Lois Lane for sure. But man, Erica Durance, I think captures more the modern, Lois Lane and her spirit and her spunkiness, and she just embodies Lois. And man, I just hope to meet her one day. I love me some Erica Durance, man. Oh. Sorry, sorry, I had a moment there.
That's okay. That's how I feel about Jason Momoa.
I know you're my Lois Lane. You're my Lois Lane. But yeah, man. I want to see more of this Lois because I'm not. I wasn't like fully just bowled over, but I wasn't turned off by it either. So a couple more comments. Jose says, same here. I work tomorrow morning. Yeah, so we're gonna have to rewatch this thing. Caleb says they have Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Harvey Dent. Then have Joseph Gordon-Levitt as Harvey Dent. Though he may be too big for CW, yeah. But all 3 Robin actors in the Arrowverse would be dope. That would be cool.
It would be.
That'd be very cool. I love when they do stuff like that. I really do. I really dig when they do stuff like that. And you know what? Tyler Hoechlin as Superman, he does a really good job. Mm-hmm. And you know what? Still yet, though, I mean, he's a very humble Superman.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's a very humble Superman.
So I thought it was funny that Sherlock was like, can you pretty much take this child support to my wife on that earth?
That was great. So many one-liners in this.
My favorite was, it's not even Tuesday yet.
I know.
And Sherlock is like, oh yeah, he's a computer, right?
Turn it off.
He's a computer, so let's turn it off.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
it's
you're
the,
right.
And it's
he's
the
like, of
theme.
course
He's
I
like,
am.
of course you are. And he's like, the theme is, you're right.
Yeah. and so it's like, oh yeah, you're right. And Sherlock's like, oh, of course I am.
No Budget Invention says, I really love how Black Suit Superman looks. I always like the costume in general. He's gonna look good in that, and it'll be interesting to see what kind of character he plays because we've seen that.
It looks like it's gonna be an evil version.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be an evil version of
Maybe
some
on
sort.
a different Earth.
Yeah, of some sort. So, my question is are we gonna get like one big moment where like all these people are fighting each other?
Like they did on Earth 10 or X.
Yes, Eduardo. I think we all want to see that. We all want to see that Barry and Clark moment. You know, my only thing about Tyler is I would really like to see him step up in one of these and really be the leader.
Like Superman is.
That Superman should be. I love the fact that Superman's a team player. And
well, it's almost
whatnot.
like he's becoming a team player in the Arrow and Flashverse that they're trying, and he's just there to kind of help.
Yes, yes. But I would really like to see Superman be the leader that he's supposed to be because I get it. You know, Arrow has been around longer, and obviously, and the Flash has been doing this a long time. But Superman's still Superman, you know, and so I think those roles.
If you're gonna bring him on, let Superman do what Superman does.
So, talking about nerd stuff, did you guys watch the Captain Marvel trailer this week? And of course, also the I know it's not a DC thing, but also the Avengers. So let's talk about that a little bit. So we had kind of a controversial week with our take on the Captain Marvel trailer. Tiffany, you loved it.
I thought it was a great trailer, but obviously I'm in the wrong percentage.
No, it's all good. I mean, I'm not saying it was horrible. It's just that
I didn't say it was awesome or great.
Yeah.
I just said that I enjoyed it and I thought it was cool to kind of the same way I feel about Batwoman. It's just kind of cool to see another woman step into a role to, you know, kick butt and lead and, you know,
yeah.
But it's not like the Wonder Woman awesome where she can still be strong while another man can be strong and not have to take them down a peg or anything.
My thing was I didn't thoroughly enjoy it. I thought that it seemed really dour, and she just didn't seem like she. You know, my thing is she's supposed to end up being kind of the new leader of you know, of everybody, the Avengers and everything. Once you know whatever happens to Captain America happens or whatever, and from what I've seen so far, I'm not really impressed.
Unless they're showing all the wrong previews.
But I felt that the CGI kind of looked like a video game, and I also felt George, we already watched it, man. It was already on, so it was on at 8 o'clock our time, and it's 9:30 right now. So it started an hour and a half ago for us. That's why we're this far into the video now. But so I didn't quite like it. But that opened up this can where after the trailer reaction that we did, I did another video about the trailer, reviewing the trailer, and I did a little bit of investigation. And I watched a lot of videos, and a lot of people are having kind of the same issues that I have with it. That it just didn't feel great, and it just didn't feel like it was like something that you feel like they could pass the torch off in the MCU to her. And an interesting poll came out for us DC fans. You're going to find this really interesting if you haven't heard this already. But Variety magazine did a poll right after the Captain Marvel trailer came out, asking fans and people which movies they were looking forward to most in 2019. Of course, the first one, hands down, like 59% was Avengers Endgame. And so everybody wants to see that, obviously. Which that trailer was great. That trailer, man, that trailer kicked butt. But interesting that the second movie that people want to see is not Captain Marvel, but it is Captain Marvel because it's Shazam. At like 20, it was like 25 or 29% of people wanted to see Shazam, and only 12%. You got it up there?
No.
Oh.
It's a picture.
Only 12% of people were excited about Captain Marvel and that movie, and then I was really shocked. Like only 5% were happy. Were excited about Spider-Man. which I was really kind of surprised by because I would think the Spider-Man would score a lot higher because a lot of people really like the Tom Holland Spider-Man. But it's interesting that the original Captain Marvel in the DCEU, Captain Marvel, is scoring higher as far as people people looking forward to seeing that over the MCU. I don't know what that means. I'm just saying that's a real interesting piece. You know, I'm definitely looking forward. I'm looking forward to Shazam in a big way. Are you guys looking forward to Shazam?
Yeah, definitely.
I get to go see Aquaman next week, so I'll do a non spoiler.
That I will not be watching until I see it myself.
Yep, I'll do a non spoiler review of it, maybe with my friend Joe, who I'm going with, and we'll see. Yeah, Jose, I want to see both, obviously, but yeah, I'm definitely more into the Shazam one right now, especially after that. Caleb says, was Superman really the leader in the comics? The Justice League was always equals, and the only one who spouted off orders was Batman because he was a tactician. It was better than the first. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he is. Superman's always been looked at basically the default leader of the Justice League. I know when I read the Justice League comics and collected Justice League comics, like I know there wasn't like really an official leader a lot of times. It wasn't really. I mean, now in the early days there was, where Superman was definitely the leader of the Justice League. In modern day, they don't really have like the leader. You know, not like Robin's the leader or Nightwing is the leader of Titans. But still, yet, even though Batman, kind of spouts off orders at everybody and stuff like that, Superman is still kind of looked at as, you know, he's Superman. He is who he is, and they all kind of look up to him, and he kind of takes the lead on a lot of things when it comes to that. And so I would just like to see him I'd like to see him have more of a leadership role, I guess, you know, one way or another. Thomas Dang, yes, the Smallville theme song, man, yeah, it does. Doesn't it just hit you? It's an awesome thing to hear. I love that theme song, and it was great to hear for sure. Do you think the Hulk will come out? In Endgame, I'm sure we'll see the Hulk. Yeah. I mean, it's Avengers, so I'm sure we'll definitely see the Hulk. Thomas Dang says it made me cry a little bit hearing it. See, maybe we're a little bit more numb to it because we've been watching Smallville on DVD, and like I said, we're in season 4, so we're kind of used to hearing it kind of on a regular basis again. But let's see here. Where's more comments? King Mike lives in North Carolina. We got family in South Carolina.
Which I hear you guys are getting snow where we aren't right now.
Caleb says, I never saw that. I saw it as the Trinity working together with Superman being the powerhouse and face of the team. Batman is the tactician with Wonder Woman being the glue that holds. Now, I'll agree with that. But like you said, Superman was kind of the face of the team. Superman was kind of the out front kind of person, right? And so, I mean, just like even when Superman fought Doomsday, Superman, even though he wasn't an active part of the Justice League proper at that time, when he fought Doomsday, he was still looked at that way. I mean, they called for Superman, you know, during that time. And I know they called for the others too, but Superman was definitely somebody, like they kind of always knew when they had somebody that they had to deal with like that, the Superman. But no, I agree with you. The Trinity kind of led together, you know. So I agree with you with that. I agree with you with that. But that being said, since we don't have Batman and we don't have Wonder Woman on this show, Superman should definitely have more of a place of prominence, I think. Would you agree with that? That, you know, I mean, the best case scenario would be to have the Trinity, and have them lead the Justice League. Obviously, you know, YouTube stop auto. Oh, okay. Okay. Well, so guys, man, this has been fun. Been fun. One night down.
2 more to go.
2 more to go. Exciting things to look forward to on this Elseworlds crossover event week. Man. All right. Cool, Caleb. All right, we agree. We're all good. Hey, man, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight, as every week. And Oliver usually is the kind of the de facto leader in the Arrowverse. So, try to find it online. And until tomorrow, man, just keep replaying this over and over. And over and over in your head. You know that you're going to be like all day tomorrow at work or doing whatever you got to do tomorrow.
Exactly.
Yeah, Thomas Dang, we'll see you tomorrow, man. Definitely. But yeah, you know you're going to be playing this over and over in your head, thinking, man, what's going to happen next on the Elseworlds event?
What did this mean?
What else are they going to do? What?
Exactly. Who else is going to show up, right?
How does John Wesley Shipp's Flash play into this?
Exactly.
Or like, when does he show up?
All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, my name is Enosh, a.k.a. Enosh Fett with the lovely.
Tiff-tastic.
And, of course,
Isaac Wong Kenobi.
And if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button. Consider joining us here in the Poindexter Lounge because we've got a pretty cool giveaway once we hit 5,000 subscribers. So we know what it's going to be now, and you're going to dig it. So that's all I'll say about that. I'm not giving her away. No, that's that. Don't look at me strange.
I was going to say.
But
I am not privy to this information.
So we'll be here tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's when the episode starts. So we'll probably be here a couple minutes early. So go ahead and look for us then. All right. So guys.
5 p.m. Pacific.
Yeah, 5 p.m. Pacific. And then I don't know, wherever else in the world you are.
Oh, the other time.
Yeah, wherever else in the world you are. It'd be 7 Central, I think it would be.
Yeah.
And
well, that's not
6 Mountain Time.
Well, it also depends on if people are in Australia or New Zealand, like we've been.
Exactly. We got people in Brazil. We got people out. So I don't know where you're at, but
wherever in the world you are, we will be.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, guys. We love you all. Keep rocking, and we will see you tomorrow night. Bye bye.